Hello, beautiful people. How you feeling? As a result of the previous videos that I just not too long ago put out, do you know who you are? Are you still that person? Are you still that child that was born naturally to love? Or are you living a life of victimization as a result of what has been done to you or how you have been imposed on? Or as a result of your freedom to choose that has been taken, that freedom, that right to choose as a result of offense, abuse, disrespect, molestation, rape, has that free will to choose, has your right to choose been infringed upon in such a way that it's been taken from you and you no longer know who you are and you are living, you have forgotten that baby, that childhood of love. And as your mind begin to develop and mature to understanding, you have become that victim. You have become that offense. You have become that abuse to live a life now of misuse. So, and as a result of that fact, being born naturally into love, you have lost that state. And that state that you were, you are no longer in that place. So you have been separated from that state, like a time capsule going up into space. And you're no longer in that space, and you no longer exist in that place. So as a result of your identity, it's long gone because you were on the road. You were on that normal, that viable road to becoming you. That person you were meant to be, that person you was created to be. You were on that road to becoming 100% of that loving, caring, kind person before the corruption set in. And now you're no longer on that road, and you're no longer that person to no longer even remember. You don't even remember that person anymore. Who is that person? Who was that person? Who is that person you speak of? Who is that person you're talking about? What does that person have to do with me? You see, that's my point exactly. That person had everything to do with you. Before you lost your identity, before your identity was corrupted, before you arrived to the point or the place where you are now, that really doesn't even state your case. You're just in that place. And unfortunately, as a result of that darkness and that fear, it shows on your face. Recall, retrack, retrace your steps back to find that person, to get to know that person whom I speak of, whom I'm speaking of, that person that I'm referring to, that person that I'm talking about. Recant your steps. Retrace your steps. Look back and find that person. Get to know that person. And upon doing so, even if you don't like it or like that person, It's not a bad person to get to know. It's not a bad person to let show. It's not a bad person to succumb to glow. Could it be that you have just been living this lie, living in this unstableness, living in this confusion, living in this corruption? You've been living this person who have taken away your right to choose, who has passed on to you, or has opened your eyes to what has befallen you or what's been done to you, so that you will accept how you feel as a result of what's been done to you, so that you won't learn to live life and become real and get to know that person that you were really meant to be, and not the person that you have settled for being, that has taken a toll on you in your life as a result of life's challenges, life's contentions, life's fears, life's hurts, life's pains. Don't be victimized by that stain, and don't allow that stain to no longer to continue to exist. You are living a lie, a lie. You are living a life made up of hurt, anguish, fear, and pain, and resentment. You're living this life as a result of what has been done to you. Give yourself a chance. Give yourself that opportunity to get to know or come to know, or to let it show that you have now learned to know who that person is and was meant to be before that person was victimized, before that person was taken advantage of, before that person was offended, before that person was abused, before that person, that child that was starving for love, something that was natural, normal, and free. And somebody, whether it was a babysitter, a family member, a mother, a father, a so-called friend, an associate, that imposed on your life to take away that natural love that was right, passing it on from one person to another, from generation to generation. Abuse and offense is being taught and is being passed on, and you're not naturally and normally and commonly born with it. You were naturally born loving. Before that was infringed on and taken away from you. Get back to finding out what that means. What that child, what that baby, what it meant to be that child, and what it meant to be that baby that naturally and normally loved before they came into those teenage states in the upper years, to begin to embrace those wounds, those fears, and those hurts, and those pains before they went into shutdown mode and succumb to what's the use mode. What's the use mode? What's the use state? It must be meant for it to be this way. Nobody told you they love you today. I love you, and have a smiling day.